Can you use ready or not against yourself? Well, I'm not. You're not what? I'm not ready. Ready or not? Ready or not? I'm not ready. Now we're going to speak about the basics. I'm going to add on to this last Fibonacci thing, okay? It's going to be slow because I don't know if I'm going to remember what I'm saying, so here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this page and I'm rewriting it, okay? And I'm going to tell you as I rewrite what's going on, okay? Here, from the last video that I did, oh my god, I can't believe, ready or not? I'm not ready. You're not ready. I'm not ready. Ready or not? So it's you or me. Ready or not? Let's just put that down here. I get all excited. Ready or not? 14, 15, and 20. Total is 39. The sky system of Saturn. Saturn has a count of 93, and it's recognized at the beginning to run 60 moons when I began this project. Remember, it's relevant to you. Inside this combination over here, where we run 7 into 6 is 13, and 6 into 1 is 7. 7 into total is 14. These are 13 and 7 numbers. They will all create the 20. Encompassed is the number 5. Now, when we have 14, 14 is the N letter. It's combined with A and D. It's a total of 5. Now, because we crisscross, now notice how this is on the left. If I criss through the 5, it becomes on the right. Okay, so automatically you now begin sections. This will become 3.14, right? 15. That's the way it is. 3.1415, A and E, the two worlds that we're in. 1415, okay? One of the other things I want to mention is that N and E, because inside the N letter is the E letter, N and E. It's EN. So 14 plus 5 equals S19. 14 minus 5 equals I09. So this is your total of 28. So if we're looking at magic square, 19 and 18, totaling 47, well, we got a whole scenario. Here, the S becomes ES, and the E is before it. It becomes 14 or plus 5, equaling to the 19S. So it becomes ES. So this is telling me northeast, southeast. Northeast, southeast. Northeast, southeast. So we're all talking about the same side. You see the big W in here and the big W in here? So now we're going to go on. And this word ends up saying seen or the seed. E and A, okay, E and A, okay, E and A equal, okay, to 1 plus 5 equals to 6. But the 15th letter, okay, the 15th letter is O. Okay, in the center of O is always 1. It encompasses 1. So therefore, we can create our X. There's our starlight. I didn't want to bring this up, but now that we did bring it up, square equals 81. So does Venus. It's hard to say circle. It's hard to say circle. We can say circle over here, right? We can't really say O and X. See the X and O in here? There's really no words for it. But now, when you add them up, SQU, 38 for Q and U, S equals to 19, total of 57, the number in the moon. A1, R18 equals to 19 and 5. You remember the 19 and 5, ARE? Now this number equals to the 24, and 57 equals to the day in the moon inside 81 Venus. 81, 9 times 9. 81 times 3, 243. And multiply 243, hold on a second, 243, 20, 25. It's not the calculation I was looking for. Now, we want to find now 7 and 5. What is this big thing about 7 and 5? Well, the only number, real number that can create this, because the cube, this one is in the center, and there is no center here, so it's a real 7. Minus and plus equals to 5 and 7, which is G and E. Now we created the G and E letter. The 5th letter is a D. So now we have D and E. The only way to make D and E is with B, because B to the power of B equals to 4 creates D. 4 and 5 equals to the angle inside the sun, or whichever way you want to talk about it. When we want to go between lines with 3 X's, the only way to get 2 O's and X's, when we put 2 X's together, we get a single O. X and X is 10. O has really no value in Roman numerals, but O and O together is valued at 30. X, X, and X is valued at 72. That creates 102, 162. X, X to create 10. 24 and 24 equals to 48. And 15, 58, 63. This is what we talk about, the number of moons that are inside of Jupiter, as of when I began this project. X and O is the 24th and 15th letter, equal to the total of 39 over here. So we have this design over here, 7, 6, and 1, and 9, 4, and 3. When we complete this design, right, when we complete 7, 6, and 3, 14, we end up with 5 because 5 is in between. We do it on one side. When we get 9, 4, and 3, 16, we have 5, and now we get 5 on the other side. The total here is 21. The total here is 19. We end up with 40. We end up with, where am I? We end up with 40 over here. When I come over here, and I go over here, 7, 2, 9, 18, and 5, 1, 8, and 3, 1, 8, and 3, and 5, we equal to 17. Q equals 23. W, we equal to 40, 40. Because they're all 10 crisscrossing, 7 and 3, 1 and 9, a 10 crisscross is 20, 20. 20, 20 equals to the total of 40. We have now set ourselves all 5 positions, because surrounding this 5 is 8 times 5 equals to that 40. 8 times 5 equals to that 40 equals 80. In French, they say 4, which means 4, and 20, and 20, which means 20. The total 4 times 20 is 80, plus 24 equals 10 for communications, 164 Zion, Israel, where 1 and 6 and 4 come together in the half-life to play the gateway role in the 5 position, because 5 owns the crisscross bars that go through both sides, in which are signaled by the $ with the 2 marks, or the EU sign with the 2 marks the other way, each expressing in their own. So when we get back to this one over here, the expression, I'm trying to look where that number came in, because I have a calculated number. Yes, the one in the center. The one in the center over here shows me my 18 and 12, and instead of 5 and 5, 0, 5, I now have 10. I put the whole thing together. The whole thing together comes out to 30. But because it's 5 shared, I'm going to also create the equation where it equals to 35. Electric company. The reverse of this is 42. 42 or 429, lives of the cat. Everything is 10. 7, 3, 9, 1, 4, 6. Goes around 5. You need 2 of them to create that scenario, and your 10 is here. It's your 4 and 6, 10, or 4 and 6, 10 going this way, or it's your 5 and 5, 10, because you're going through the diamond mark right over here, which is designed over here. In each of these equations, I do not see the crisscross of the center. The crisscross of the center is when you put it this way, and I don't have to put it. You see, I already have this. I already have this. In order to create 7, 13, and 4, this line is not made up. This line will be made up by this one and this one. Okay, 9 and 3, the sky. You need the 2 systems, 13 and 7, or 6 and 7 equals to 13, 1 and 6, and now you'll have the line this way, creating this. By adding these 2 lines, this one going down, or that one going up, this is the scenario arrow that I create. Now, if I do it the other way, by this line going down and this line going up, I create the arrow going the other way. So 9 and 3 will point going that way, and where 66 will end up going that way. Now, we create these together. We saw what number 10 did, where 10 is. We have 10, 10, 10, 10, and all these designs and numerological numbers will tell you exactly which one we have. Now we're going to go back to 0. The carrier of 0, because it's the 15th letter, it gets A and E, which is 1 to 5, 2, 3, 4 is combined in the center. What we have to understand, the center is here, and automatic, that is your I. I says 1, Roman numeral. I is actually 10, 1 and 0. 1 and 0 this way. It's just turned around the other way. It's I, and I. I and I. All we need is 2 of them to show continuous divisions. Or all we need is 2 of them to show you, okay, that I have 270 degrees around and 90-degree birth here. Since this area is calculated as 3, 3, and 3, where we get 9, 9, and 9, area, box, box, and box, because they all own their own area. Box, box, and box, because they all own their own area, right? You're going to have level 1. We're going to use this to show you the difference of levels, right? When I put it like this, I have a level here, right? This is going to be perfect on these 2 dots here. 1 dot here and 1 dot here. I'm going to have 1 level here. I'm going to have 1 level here. I'm going to have 1 level over here, right? Do these levels go together? Sorry. I got 1 level here, 1 level here, 1 level here is 3, 4, 5 levels. I got 5 different levels in this 1 cube, and I'll run by this one over here. So when we come back to these values, 7, 6, and 1, okay, 7, 6, 13, this will be 14, this will be 9, 4, 13 equals to 16, the total is 30. When we do it the other way, 7, 2, and 9 is 18 and 12, and that equals to 30. So we have 60 out of what we skip over, 10 and 10, 60 out of 80. 3 quarters. When you're talking about quarters, you're talking about 25, 25, 25, right? 25, 25. That means the 7 is in between. Put a 6. 25, 6, 25, 7, 6, 7. This is the short count. Or put a 9 and put 20. Anyways, let's not do that. Okay, just let's leave that out right now. I'm trying to think what else we had. So this is your A and E, and your I comes in with I, A, and E. That's why we have the flat top. Okay, your I and your H are one letter. You have the flat top. You now pick up this letter and this letter. So this is the way you have to do it going down. If you go down, you end up 1 to 2 through 5 into 8 and 9, 17, 5, 22, and 3. So we're not doing that. This is your I letter. Now the 2 letter has this. Do you notice that even though this is a complete circle around it, right? It's the circle starts and the first point is connected to the center. This is A. It's 1 inside 2, creating I, because it shows you where it's at. It's a complicated misunderstood by my own self also. So A and E equals to 15. Since 1 in Roman numerals is an I, 5 is a V, you create 4 and 6 because of the design, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I wanted to show it to you here, but I showed it to you here. Thank you for watching this video.